With me today is?
Hi, I'm Isaac Salania. I'm part of the barbecue competition today.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, today, what inspired your team's barbecue dish today?
So to be honest, none of us don't really know how to barbecue, so this is actually our first time. So just looking up YouTube videos and going on TikTok, finding out new stuff. One of the things that I'm actually I think was super creative that we did was we made kebabs, but instead of regular kebabs, so just like the peppers and the chicken, we actually just used bacon and jalapenos, and we're using hot honey, so it's gonna have like a bit of spiciness and sweetness. So it's pretty cool.
So how do you make sure your food stands out from the rest of the competition?
Just being creative and making sure that it looks really well, and honestly going around and getting oh, what are you guys doing, and kind of oh, we should probably one up it. But everybody's doing good. Everybody's just having fun. I'm having a great time so far. But yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Isaac. Coming up next, we visit another student in this cook-off today, and we're back at the second annual Harlingen Barbecue Cook-Off. With me today is
Roland Arenas.
And from
Donna High.
Thank you so much for joining us. First question off is, what's the most fun part about competing in the cook-off?
The most fun part, I would say, is getting to go against other people. It's different teams, so it's different competition, different challenges. So going against harder people, not just somebody that knows more, or just learning from the experience.
And thank you so much for joining us, Roland.
Of course, thank you for
coming up next, we visit another representative of this cook-off. And we're back at the second annual Harlingen Barbecue Cook-Off. With me today is?
Miss Bernal.
From?
Monte Alto ISD.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
For the first question I have for you today is, how does participating in the cook-off bring your team together?
I think the teamwork that the students learn from this, as well as collaboration and just trial and error, right? I have a couple of kids that are coming and they're on the team and they're like, well, ma'am, I've never done fajita before, I've never barbecued, and I'm like, well, how are you going to learn if we don't do it?
Of course.
So I genuinely love the atmosphere that cook-offs bring to the kids. It's something different that they don't get to do often, and it's with last cook-off that we went to, we were fortunate enough to place, and now I have a couple of other students around the school that I don't see that want to participate and join our team. So I think it definitely being something different to the kids. That's not athletics, that's not UIL, that's just we come out here and we cook for fun.
For the second question I have for you, which do you enjoy more, cooking or tasting?
I think everyone can join me on this one, tasting, for sure.
Of course.
I love to cook, though. My mom's always taught me to cook, and my dad as well. But if it's down to me being a judge or me being a chef, I'm going to be a judge. Right?
Of course. Just taste all these barbecues. Yeah,
yes.
Of course.
But also, I always tell the kids, too, it's we buy extra so that they can try their food and they know what to improve on for next time. So if you're not cooking, you're tasting, it still comes hand in hand, but definitely tasting on my end.
That wraps up for this edition of this interview. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
And we're back at the second annual Harlingen Barbecue Cook-Off. With me today is?
Luke Albritton.
From?
Harlingen High School.
Thank you so much for joining us, Luke.
Thank you for having me.
All right. For the first question I have for you today is, how do you make sure your food stands out from the rest of the competition?
So, prior to this competition, we like to do a lot of research before we go into any competition.
Of course.
We just kind of look up recipes and figure out what seems the best, what would stand out, what's kind of unique.
For the second question I have for you today is, what's the most fun part about competing in the cook-off?
The most fun part about competing in a cook-off, I would say, is, we got a pretty solid team, and we all work real hard together, and we're all really close friends. And I think just us being together, we can do a lot of things, and we all enjoy to cook. So, I mean, it's just fun to do.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Luke. Coming up next is our next interview for this competition. And we're back with the Hawk Nest Cafe sponsor,
Mr. Pena.
Okay, today, Mr. Pena, I have some few questions for you today. Just some light questions for this barbecue today.
Sounds good. Let's hear them.
How many schools are participating today?
So today we have 8 different districts, but 20 teams are competing.
What are the main ingredients everyone is cooking, or is it different?
So we have 5 different categories. We're doing kebabs, Texas Twinkies, fajitas, chicken thighs, and baby back ribs. The Hawk Nest Cafe provided all baby back ribs for every team that is competing today.
That's a lot of ribs.
Yeah.
And what are the prizes they'll be receiving today?
So first place will be, if they win overall first place, they'll be winning a pair of boots for the team. and a banner. So each category will be winning a banner as well. But first place, I mean, obviously, you know, they're the champs, so
of course
they deserve a little something extra.
All right, so that's it. That wraps up for all these questions I have for you, Mr. Peña. Thank you so much for joining us. That wraps up this edition of HCISD Highlight. Until next time, I'm Oscar Colorado.
Hawks up.
And we're back with the second annual Harlingen Barbecue Cook-Off. And our last interview for today, with me today is?
My name is Brody Garza.
From
The Law Enforcement Club at Harlingen South.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Brody. And for the first question I have for you today is, what's the most fun part about competing in the cook-off?
The most fun part about competing in the cook-off is just the group I have there together, because I've spent like the year with these guys, so I've grown very, very close friendships, and you know, just like doing stuff outside of school, like cooking and just making food. It's fun. It's really fun for us.
Of course. For the second question I have for you today is, did you learn any new cooking or teamwork skills in this competition?
I learned a lot of new cooking skills, mainly because I don't work grill at all. When it comes to my family functions, like I am never at grill. I'm always doing other stuff.
Of course.
And so I'm just like learning how to like start the fires, like how to do the food. Like we're just preparing all the food, and it's like I never knew these things before.
Of course.
So it's very fun to watch.
But that's it. That's all the questions I have for you, Mr. Brody, today. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's it for our final interview. Thank you so much for having us.